Well, I think this might be the earliest game ever played in Fifth Third Arena. But we needed to play because we have been, obviously, with the new rules, practicing since September 28th. It was good for us to get somebody else in here and get some resistance, and nobody better to do it against than the best team in Canada, best coach in Canada, and the two-time player of the year in Canada. So great day for us practice-wise. And, you know, we're a different team with a much different philosophy in a lot of ways, being deeper, smaller, faster, playing through our post guys, or at least trying to, a lot more than we did a year ago. So, and then having the young guys, it's going to be a work in progress for a lot of them. But their effort's great, their attitude's great, and you know, I thought our seniors were tremendous. Even Dave gave us some quality minutes. He got 5 rebounds in 9 minutes. That's, you know, really what Dave's going to give us. So a lot of positives other than our free throw shooting and our first half defense. We were flat-footed. It took us a while to get our intensity level where we needed to get it. I thought the first 15 minutes or so we were way too passive defensively. And that caused them to get the open threes that they got. And play at the pace. They got some open threes at the second half, but they were the ones we wanted them to take outside their offense, trying to attack our press, trying to wear them down.
Justin did everything you said he would do in practice, I guess.
I was really mostly happy with the fact that he only had 1 foul, and like he said, he shouldn't even have got that one. That's a big adjustment for him. You know, he's always been a guy that well, first of all, he's played the 4 his whole career, which from a defensive standpoint, he's been in our system, he's been switching a lot, not playing a lot of post defense. I think it's going to help him block more shots, being closer to the rim, guarding the other team's 5-man. So that's an adjustment for him. Now, they obviously didn't have as big and as strong a guy as he's going to have to deal with, so I got to do a better job of him denying his man the post entry. Same with Jermaine Lawrence. But he's been great, as I told you, you know, since we started, really since he and I met after the season, and he's made the total transformation on and off the floor with just his focus. You know, very, very mature, and it's showing in his game.
What do you think of your point guard play?
I thought G got in foul trouble, which it caused him to really struggle with his flow, really ever. Yep, same thing for him. Forearm on the guy early in the first half, sent him to the bench. And, you know, we didn't foul near as much as, you know, so there was 49. These guys, Brent Hampton told me the other day he did a game there was 70-plus fouls. So we did a pretty good job in that area. But that's an adjustment. You know, it's hard for G to get any type of flow if he's not out there. I thought Troy did really well for his first game, and he'll continue to get better. Deshaun Mormon's hurt his groin Thursday. We had to get an MRI on his groin. He's okay, but we held him out yesterday, and today it gives him until Monday. So there's just, you know, I just told there's just no point in with a groin. You got to be careful, because if, you know, it's a little strain's one thing, guy tears it, he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. So
did you think the handshake was came into play that much?
A little bit. On the one back tip Kevin Johnson had, I think everybody in the arena thought it was a steal. You know, and I asked for a rules clarification on that one. He said he touched him. I didn't really understand that one, you know. And it was pretty late too. I think those guys the guys with the whistles are trying to figure it out a little bit too, what they're supposed to call, what they're not. But I've told our guys, you know, our advantage is other than Dave, our big guys are forwards. They're not power forwards. They're all quick. So Justin, Titus, and Jermaine Lawrence are all guys, if they're being defended by a pseudo big guy, that they're going to be hard to guard at the elbows and the foul line area, or off the post where they face up and attack. You You know, the way Justin starts off the game making a few bank shots, now you got to guard him. It's pretty easy for him to go by his guy and put a foul on him. And he was going to get 20+ if they didn't start trapping him.
Coach, what do you think of Shaq's play tonight?
He had the worst start to a game that I've ever seen. But after that, I thought he was great. You know, Shaq's, he just, with everybody you coach, you got to know what they're good at and know where they're going to struggle. And sometimes he gets so nervous trying to do the right thing that he's got himself completely psyched out. But he's got to at least have a guy on the other team. He lost him a couple times to start the game. But once he got in the flow, he was great. You know, if he can, I thought he had one shot at the foul line in the second half where he should have just caught it and shot it. Instead, he did the old Shaq dance with 3 dribbles to the fadeaway, trying to get that out of his game. But he used his height and he rebounded. You know, 7 rebounds. What I want to see out of him is 5 to 7 rebounds.
Does it mean anything to you that you beat these guys rather handily, considering what they've done in some other divisions?
No, I think that would. I don't think we. You know, I think once we didn't defend the 3-point line early, especially against their best shooter, Wood, who made 3 right away, dug us a little hole. You know, I thought they gave us a game all night, which didn't surprise me in the least bit, especially this early. And they didn't turn the ball over. So the best thing for us right now is to play a team that's not going to turn it over. Because, I mean, once they start turning over, obviously we go on a run and it's a different thing. But, you know, I think our athleticism is just the difference in the 2 teams. You know, they're the best team up there by far, extremely well coached. Scrub and Hines are really good players. Actually, Thomas Scrub played great today. In the second half, he gave them a lot of offense. But
Yes, I mean because.
well, those games. I mean, they beat Wisconsin handily, and they had Syracuse down 15. But those games are in August and they're in Canada, and it's different.
So you don't put much stock in that, or do you?
Yeah, I don't put stock. Like today, for me, today's practice. You know, like I had assistants yelling at me to make some strategical change, and it was the right move, but I didn't want to do that because we need to practice doing what we were trying to do based on what we're going to have to do to win games this season. So, like, I see no point in let's just change. You know, if we're not going to be able to do that to win games against Memphis and SMU and Louisville and Connecticut, then why do it here, you know, just to win an exhibition game?
You said the other day you're probably not ready to play a team like this again to beat them by 13.
I think our athleticism overwhelmed them is what my answer to that question. You know, Justin's rebounding in the first half offensively. You know, Titus Rubles is as good a defender as I've coached right now. I mean, he guards his man and 3 other guys. I mean, you know, Bobby Brannon used to do it here when I was a young guy and had hair, but Titus does it with a lot more speed. He's a lot faster, and he's going to be a demon in the front of our pressure, the way he can make reads and scramble around and do the things he can do. Because he's great at trapping. He's also great off the ball. His rotations are always on time. He's always alert. He's always aware. And we just got to continue. Like today he's 4 for 6. He got 10 points. So just got to continue to get him to be an offensive threat for us, which he struggled with obviously last year in the second half of the year. But our athleticism was the only difference in the game.
For shot selection-wise, is that the type of game you're looking for from SK?
Yeah.
Being patient and letting the game come out.
Yeah, other than, you know, his last shot, which was a giveaway. You know, I thought he missed some shots he normally makes, but what I want to look down and see he's getting 8 to 10 free throws a game. That's what I want to see from him. He missed a few layups. You know, we missed quite a few layups, to be honest with you, as a team. We had 38 points in the paint. Should have probably easy had 48. That was a big. Then we couldn't get in the press because we were missing layups. So we really were never able to get them sped up in the first half enough. But you know, he's still maturing as a player. Take with the we're trying to set him in situations where he he can go either way. The defense can't key on him one way. It's going to be tough on him. Just try to make him as hard to guard as possible. And he's got to trust to let that work. He took one really bad three. It was a last year shot in the corner in front of our bench. Just a horrible decision. And he should never do that because he's so good going to the rim. So he hasn't been doing that in practice though. But all these guys are really easy to coach. But now we got a stat sheet, and we got to stay together because everybody's going to get text messages, want to know why they didn't play more, why they didn't shoot more.
You
So.
only shot 9 3-point shots. Is that by design because you want to emphasize getting attacking the basket more, or is it just happened to work out?
I think it just happened to work that way. And obviously I think our point guards right now aren't looking to shoot the three as much probably as Cash would be a difference. But, they're a team that
So they're not looking to shoot as much?
no. Cash was looking to shoot when he crossed half court. I think we got a different style, a different type of guy with the ball to initiate the offense. We've just really pounded. It could have been the way they were defending us. I have to look at the film, but we're trying to make sure that we're harder to guard and get the ball to the foul line. You're not going to get fouled shooting early jump shots. So we're trying to. We got to do a better job getting it out and up and running early. Thought we had some opportunities to throw the ball ahead that we got to get better at, and we haven't probably haven't played enough 5-on-5. The guys were so frustrated probably that the other team scored. We could have thrown it in and thrown it up a few times and got some layups, which I got to do. I got to do a better job coaching that. But in the half-court setting, we're trying to make sure that we get a great shot or get fouled. It's all about getting the shot you want or getting the shot the other team's baiting you into taking. So I was pretty happy with most of our shot selection today.
Coach on Trey Lawrence, first game here.
Well, it's hard to play when you're on the bench and you're fouling. I think he caught some tough breaks. When you get two immediately, then I tried to get him back in there, and he got his third on an offensive rebound, which I was happy he was going to the glass. I played him and Titus with three because of our lack of big guys. We got to learn how to play with two. I played them both with two in the first half. But you can't get in the flow when you get two quick ones and you get three, and then start the second half. You go in, what was he in 5 seconds and got his fourth foul? So probably the same thing for the fifth foul. So he never got a chance to play.